Hello everyone, if you don't know me already, I'm Tara, the Dance Doctor. Welcome to my channel. In today's lesson, I'm teaching another body isolation challenge tutorial, which is dance to the song Ruin by Usher and Fields. I will not be dancing to the song in this tutorial because of copyright infringement issues, but you can find me dancing with the music and follow along with me on YouTube Shorts and on my Instagram page, okay? I just want to say really quickly that this is going to be my last full tutorial here on YouTube. I am still going to be creating weekly free content for all of you. It will just be uploaded to my Patreon page in the free tier. So all you need to do to get access to all future tutorials with me is go to Patreon and sign up as a free member, and you will get a notification in your email every time I post something new on there. Like I said, it's still going to be free. I'll likely upload things here like previews of those lessons and maybe a full lesson on YouTube here and there, but the majority of my free content is going to be on Patreon from here on out. And I still want you to follow along, and I still want you to be able to get access to the free classes. It just, for me, feels kind of intuitive to have everything on the same platform, and also kind of build a nice community there. It's a little more intimate. You get access to me. You can send me messages there. So I just like the idea. I'm not taking anything away. I'm just putting it on a different website. So go ahead on over to patreon.com/dancedoctor and sign up to be a free patron if you wish to continue to get access to my full tutorials, okay? I also just want to mention really quickly, if you are interested in getting more access to me and actually having one-on-one time with me and doing group Zoom lessons with me and getting access to my course content, also on my Patreon page, for you it'll be tomorrow, I'm opening up a new tier which only has 20 spots available, and half of them are filled already as of making this tutorial, where you will get weekly Zoom classes with me that will be dedicated for the first couple months to polishing and perfecting the salsa basic. You'll also get a private lesson with me each month where we can work on whatever topic you wish to work on, and you'll get access to all of my course content, meaning Body Movement Bootcamp, Train Like a Dancer, and Dancing Between the Lines, plus all of the other Patreon only content, meaning quick tip lessons, dance workouts, and weekly salsa lessons. And all of that is just $99 a month, which is an amazing value for everything that you're getting. So if you are interested in being added to the wait list for that tier to make sure that you get your spot, send me an email right now at dancedoctoronline@gmail.com so that I can make sure you get a spot if you want it. Okay? And lastly, but surely not least, I have announced my next 3 Havana retreat dates. We are doing June 23rd through July 1st of this year, September 8th through the 16th, which is my birthday trip, and next year will be January 5th through 13th. All of the information that you need to know about those retreats is on my retreat website, ddretreats.com, and you can sign up directly on the website. You click the link, it'll send me an email saying save my spot, and then I will be in contact with you about the next steps. Okay, so the September trip only has 1 spot left already. The June trip only has 6 spots left, and January has 7 spots left. So do not take your time. If you are interested in these retreats, they fill up extremely quickly. I've only done 1 announcement, and I've already filled, how many spots is that? 9 plus 4 plus 3, 16 spots. I've already filled over half of the spots that are available on those 3 retreats just with 1 announcement. So if you are interested, I'm going to start really sending out more emails and doing more posts about it, and the spots are going to fill up like that. So let me know immediately if you're interested so I can make sure that you get a spot, okay? That's all. Those are all the announcements. And at the end of this video, I'm going to be answering 3 of your Dear Dance Doctor inquiries. So stay tuned after the tutorial is over if you wrote in, or if you're interested in seeing what other people's questions were and seeing what the answers are. Stay tuned at the end of the video as I will be answering the Dear Dance Doctor submissions. I got so many this time. It was really hard to choose, but yeah, I'm excited to answer all of your questions. And now let's get dancing. Okay, so I'm going to do my very best to attribute counts to this routine because a lot of what I'm doing is playing off of the accents in the music. So if I am giving counts to it, but it's not exact, that's why. It's because I'm playing more off of like the melody or the drums or his voice. So I'm kind of playing around with different parts of the musicality. But like I said, I'm going to do my best to attribute counts to everything. It will obviously be much easier to do it in the flow when you watch me do it with music, okay? So we're going to start with 1, 2, 3, 4, just that, okay? So I'm going over with my rib cage, and then I'm going to lift my shoulder, and I'm going to do a side body roll, and I'm going to end with my hip over on this side. So I start with my weight in the middle, and I'm going to go over, up, roll, down. And this goes with like these kind of, I don't know, chimey sounds. So we're going boom, 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 boom. Okay? So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think that would be the most accurate count there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The other thing is we're starting right at the beginning of the song. So what you're going to have to do is put the song on repeat and then go to the end and get yourself set up and then start right away when you hear that first chime. So we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 3, 4, 5. Okay? So I went over, roll, down. And what you're trying to think about here is sequencing through the spine. Okay? 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and take your time there and let the hips come over slowly so that this happens right as you're getting there, the hip goes back in the other direction. So here, to roll back up, I'm first moving my hip, and then I'm extending this side, and then I'm lifting up, okay? So I'm here, lift the hip, lift the rib cage, and come up. And as you can see, when I lift the rib cage, what I'm doing is actually tilting to the left, and then the last thing I do is come back up and over to become level, okay? So from the beginning, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2. And then I'm going to go 3, 4, 5. So left, right is 3, 4. On 5, I'm taking my rib cage as far forward as I can because I'm going to do a slow body roll for the rest of that 8 count, okay? So I went 1, sorry, that's a bit faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, okay? 1 is an accent up with the tailbone, okay? So from the beginning, I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And, or no, sorry, 8, 1. And again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. One more time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1. Now, we're going to do some hip isolations. So I'm going 1, 2, 3. Okay? So first, up, right, left, right, down. Okay? When I say down, I'm talking about the direction of the tailbone. So I'm going up, right, left, right, down. And the count is 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. 4 and 5. Yeah, that's correct. Okay? So I go 1, 2, 3, and 4 and 5. So 4 and 5 is down, down, down. Down, down, down. Now, I'm going up, and as I do and 2 and 3, I'm lowering in the knees. So I go 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. Okay? So I'm going up, down, down, down. Okay? Again, 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5. And then I'm going to let this roll around 6, 7, 8. Okay? 6, 7, 8. I'm going to finish with the left side of my hip lifted. So I go 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a 1. Boom, boom. 6, 7, and a 1, a 2, a 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. And again, 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a 1, a 2, a 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, 8. From here, I'm going to lift my heel and the right side of my hip and then step down. So lift, step, and leave the hip high. Lift, step, and then I'm going to bring the upper body with me and rebound back down, okay? So I go 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, okay? So I end up here. I'm going to go lift. 1, 2, 3, sorry, that's a little faster. 1, 2, 3, 4, okay? Lift, step, torso, rebound, come back down, 5, 6, and I'm going to do a reverse figure 8, 7, and 8. Okay? I will take just a moment to say that if any of these hip movements are difficult for you and you don't understand how I'm doing it or where it's initiating from or even how do I know which direction my tailbone is going in, I do recommend becoming a member of my basic tier on my Patreon, which is only $5 a month, because I do have one limited series on that tier dedicated only to understanding hip movement, practicing it, and really increasing your range of motion and your coordination in this part of the body. So if that's something you're struggling with, go to patreon.com/dancedoctor and become a member of the basic tier, okay? So we just came around and we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Reverse figure 8, 7, and maybe the other side, yeah? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Let's go from the beginning. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a 1, a 2, a 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. And again, 1, boom, boom, boom. Do-do-doom, doom, doom, doom. And 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8. Now, I'm going to come back to the center, and I am going to contract and come down to this position, okay? So I'm going to go tuck the chin to the chest and come here to this curved position, and then I'm going to gradually roll through, boom, 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 okay? So I'm going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So I'm going lift the right heel and send the tailbone up. Lift the left heel, send the tailbone down. Lift the right heel, send the tailbone up. Okay? So I go curve 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And then I'm going to roll up by tucking the tailbone 7, 8. Okay? So curving through the spine to come up. So I curve down 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. Okay? So we just did 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Curve down 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. Okay? This is a liberate your spine exercise. So we do it again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. Let's go from the beginning. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a 1, a 2, a 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and a 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. One more time. 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, 8. Sorry. 1, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and a 1, a 2, a 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8. Now, I'm going to isolate my chest and my rib cage, making a circle. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so slow circle. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so I came up. 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm going to take that movement into my hips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Okay, and that's it. Well, we have one little boom, boom at the end, and 1, okay? And then that's it. So I came up, 1, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, boom, boom. Okay? So in the hip circles, what I'm trying to do is not only create continuous circles with my pelvis, but also kind of create a circle in the space. So my pelvis is going to do something like that, okay, as I go around. So I'm going to the left, up, right, down, and then up, 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 boom, boom, okay? So left, up, right, down, boom, 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 boom. Okay? So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 1, 2, sorry, I went the wrong way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, boom, boom. Okay? 1, 5, 6, 7, and a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, boom, boom. Okay? Let's try it from the beginning. I go 1, boom, boom, boom. boo-doo-doo, boom, boom, boom. And 1, a 2, a 3, and 4, and 5, 6, 7, and a 1. 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, 8, 1. Boom, boom. And boom, 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 boom. Try it again. I'm not doing a very good job of adhering to the counts, but it's because I know it by listening. So just stick with me, and then when we do it, when you watch me do it with music, it'll all make sense. So we go boom, 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 doo-doo-doo, doo-doo, doo. And 1, a 2, a 3, and 4, and 5, 6, and 1, 3, 4, 5, 7, and 8, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 1, 2, 3, 5, 6, 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, boom, boom. Okay, and that is the routine. Like I said, you can find me dancing it with music on YouTube Shorts or on my Instagram page at Dance Doctor Online. Follow along with me. I love seeing your videos, so please post them, tag me, or send them to me. You don't have to post them, but I do love to see you dancing. It just, it makes us all feel great and worth it because I'm able to connect with you. And also don't forget, if you want to continue to get access to my free content, to go head on over to patreon.com/dancedoctor and sign up as a free member so that you can see all of the future tutorials that I have yet to make. And now, please enjoy my Dear Dance Doctor segment. Okay, let's get right into Dear Dance Doctor. Like I said, I got so many submissions this time. A couple of them were about when my next retreat dates are for Cuba, and I already answered that question in the beginning of this video, but if you have any other questions about that, go to ddretreats.com. And so, yeah, let's get into it. It was really hard to choose, but I picked some that I thought were interesting and unique, and then I think would help a lot of people. Okay, so this first one is from Anonymous. 2 things have been on my mind lately. How do you bounce back after a disastrous social where nothing went right with your dancing all night? On the flip side, how do you cope with others' jealousy when you're able to strut your stuff and really stand out on the dance floor? The local social scene can be a bit tricky sometimes. I'd love to be less influenced by others' reactions, comments, behavior, and just have fun dancing. Okay, I love this question. I'm going to answer the first part first about bouncing back after a disastrous social where nothing went right. This has happened to me. This has happened to everybody. And I talked about this a little bit on my Patreon page because it happens to all dancers. The thing that I have become very selective about in my dancing is where I go, with who, and what kind of music I dance to. And so it can get really heavy, like if you feel like, oh my God, like nothing I did tonight worked, I wasn't enjoying myself, I couldn't follow, I couldn't remember any of my shines, it's hard. But things that make that happening less frequent are, 1, make sure that you're going out with people that you enjoy being around and that you enjoy dancing with. This makes a huge difference. Make sure that you only get up to dance if it's to a song that you really like to dance to. Make sure that you're going to venues that you feel good in, that you like the space, that you like the DJ, that you like, the atmosphere. In short, the more you're enjoying yourself, the better you're going to dance. That's how to avoid it. But how to bounce back? The thing is that one night of dancing doesn't define you. Our body chemistry is constantly changing, especially as women, you know, depending on where you are in your cycle. It could be a hormonal thing that it wasn't right for you to go out dancing that night. The other thing is to kind of check in with yourself before you go out to say, like, do I really feel in my body like this is what I want to be doing, or am I just going out because I have FOMO or because I think I should, you know? So that's another way to avoid it. But yeah, sometimes it happens. A way to bounce back is to think it happens to everybody, even professional dancers. And there are ways to make it happening less frequent, and that is just to focus on joy in all the aspects. The more you're enjoying yourself, the better you're going to dance. So yeah, that's my answer. Just, you know, just say, oh well, let's work on it in the next one. And the other way that you can get over it too is by, you know, dancing by yourself afterward. The next day, put on music and just dance by yourself and remind yourself of what you know and what you can do. Okay? The second half of that is, how do you cope with others' jealousy when you're able to strut your stuff? Yeah. I generally am very unaffected by this. I don't know. I really don't care if people are jealous of me and the way that I dance. I just don't care, because I don't care if people don't like the way I dance, and I don't care if people are jealous of the way I dance, because my dancing is for me. And I think the more genuine and authentic you are with what you do, if people don't like it, then they don't like it. And those aren't the people that you're going to be surrounding yourself with. I have had instances of people, you know, being rude to me because they felt jealous, and I just let it roll off, because at the end of the day, I know it's not about me. It's about their own insecurities, and you know, I'm not going to dim my light because somebody else is insecure. So that's really how I deal with it. I just ignore it, and the people that are going to celebrate you are really the people that you want to have around you anyway. So if people are jealous and they're being rude because of it, those aren't your people. You'd love to be less influenced by others' reactions, comments, and behavior. It is hard. It is hard in the dance scene. I mean, there is a lot of competitiveness within different dance studios and social scenes, and I've always, for that reason, kind of kept to myself, because I just don't like it. I don't like that kind of competitive atmosphere. But yeah, I would say just focus on you as much as you can. Focus on your own dancing and what you're feeling, and how you can express yourself, and just let everybody else do what they do, because they're going to do it anyway. So you worrying about it doesn't change it. Okay? I hope that helps. Okay, second one. Also anonymous. Do you think some people with 2 left feet just aren't meant to learn to dance, or do you feel like everybody with enough practice can learn? I feel like my brain is so slow to connect to my body for dance. Okay, I love this question too. So my genuine, honest answer is, I think that everybody who wants to dance can learn how to dance. The level you're going to achieve is determined by a lot of different things. Practice, commitment, the time that you have to dedicate to it, your natural level of ability, your willingness to try different things in order to increase range of motion and rhythm and other things like that. I think that a lot of people underestimate how long it actually takes to learn how to dance well. And so, you know, it takes a lot longer. It takes years to get to the point where you're like, oh, okay, I think I understand like what this is all about, and start to pick up on context clues and things like that. So if you've only been dancing for a few months or even a year or even 2 years and you're like, this is going so slow, hang in there, because it does start to get easier, but it does take much longer than most people think it does. The other thing is, I have students that have very little natural ability and rhythm, and they're fighting against a lot of different obstacles, and they still come to the studio several times a week, and they still enjoy their class in spite of the fact that they know that they don't have a supernatural ability, and that they have to work a lot harder to get basic things than other students. And so that should be an inspiration for you, if that's how you feel, that no matter who you are, dancing is for you. It really doesn't matter, as long as you enjoy, moving to music, dancing is for you. It doesn't have to be perfect for you to enjoy it. The improvement process is slow. It takes time, and just acknowledge that. And I was telling one of my students the other day, who's very left brain, like numbers guy, and he's always trying to kind of put his learning into these like linear categories. And I said, okay, if you need to have numbers to quantify this process that is by no means linear, here's what you need to do. Say, okay, today in my class, the times that I did this well it was 30%, and the time that I wasn't getting it was 70. And in your next class, if you can say, okay, I did it 31% well, or 30.5% well, and 69.5% not well, that's improvement. So it's not that you need to be improving by leaps and bounds in every class. It's, did I do it just a little bit better than I did in my last class? And you should be happy with that, because that is what's going to get you to 100%. Okay? All right, and our last submission. Dear Tara, thanks for doing the question round. I actually have got 2 more general questions. How do you get, or are you planning to get, your children into dancing? I live in the UK where there are family salsa dance parties, and I so wish to get my daughter to be interested in taking part too. I myself am Malaysian German and really enjoyed growing up in Nigeria, where it was natural for everyone to dance. Is it the same in Mexico? I love your videos, especially your body isolation and bachata styling shorts, your East Coast swing, bachata, kizomba, reggaeton. Thank you, thank you. I dance them before work. They make me feel so relaxed and happy, and love your letters, so open and honest. It makes me feel very connected. I'm saving up to take part in your course in the near future. Lots of love and blessings to you, Suzanne. Suzanne, look, you made me tear up. It's not hard to do, but still, I really appreciate such a kind message, and thank you for letting me know that you do my videos before work. That's so nice. I love that. So I think your 2 questions were how to get your children into dancing, and is it the same in Mexico? So how to get your kids into dancing. My daughter does dance, but she kind of likes to have her own thing. So she's moved away from it a little bit. She danced a lot more when she was little, and now she's a teenager, and so she couldn't be less interested in what I'm doing, and she wants to do the opposite. But she will dance. She knows the salsa and bachata basic, and I dance with her when there's opportunities. The way to get your kids into dancing is just to dance when they're around. I have a woman who came to Cuba with me who's in her 70s, and it was so special. She pulled me into her room and showed me a picture of her parents when they were in Cuba. And she said, this is so special to me because my parents loved dancing, and that's why I love dancing, and that's why it's so important for me to be here, because they loved it here. And it was just a lovely experience. And the thing is, the things that your kids see you do when they're little, that's going to stick with them, and that's going to influence them in all kinds of ways. And it could be that, they're like, no, you guys are embarrassing. I don't want to go with you. But I think, you know, the more that you're dancing around the house, you know, if you've got music on while you're cooking and just things like that, for me, that's really the best way to get kids to do anything, is just in a natural way, because if you try and force things, they're gonna a lot of times resist it. So dance in the house, take them with you when you go dancing, and just kind of make it part of your life. And that's really how you would get them into it. A lot of people think that Mexico is a dancing culture, and it is a bit more than the U.S., which is where I was raised, but not that much. Like the Caribbean, Cuba, Puerto Rico, Colombia, those places are more dancing cultures, I think, than Mexico. Like when I go to parties here, birthday parties or whatever, like if it's a birthday party of a salsero, then there's dancing. But if there's not, then it's not something that like generally happens. I have seen it happen, but it's not as much like everybody here dances. Like in Cuba, I feel like even the people who don't dance, dance. But the people here who don't dance, don't dance. And so I don't know if you catch my drift. But yeah, so here it's a mixed bag. There's a bit more dancing culturally than in the U.S., but definitely not as much as in the Caribbean Latin countries. So yeah, that's my answer to that question. I also got a question about alignment, Pilates versus like ballroom and rhythm dancing. And I'll just say to that question, the answer is on my Patreon page. I just uploaded a class 2 weeks ago about alignment. And I uploaded one this last week about maintaining your center also. So those two classes in conjunction with one another will definitely answer that question for you. So that is on my basic tier, which is only $5 a month. So if you would like a more in-depth answer to that question, you can find it there. And with that, we are finishing our Dear Dance Doctor segment for this month. And I will send out another